Well, hello, Hope Church. I've got the chair and the vice chair of the elder board here with me, Kent and Keith. They're here to give us an update on the goings-on of the elder board at this time. So I'm going to send it over to Kent.
Thanks, Andy. Hello, Hope Church from your elder board. We feel so blessed to be part of Hope Church during these times. Since worship and all the ministry activities went virtual in the middle of March, we've seen God doing real work through you all, through our pastors and staff, as you've cared for each other, prayed for each other, reached out in tangible ways to your community. It is encouraging to know that though everything else has changed, all the rhythms are changed, God hasn't changed, his purposes haven't changed, his priorities have not changed.
Like many of you, the elders have been meeting by Zoom. At the beginning of April, we changed to do this on a weekly basis on Tuesday evenings and keep the meetings a bit shorter. This has allowed us to be productive while easing the burden on those that work from home and have young kids at home all day. We also continue to dedicate one meeting a month to leadership training, and that's led by Pastor Paul. And as a group and individually, we're working on paying attention to what the Lord is showing us during this very unique time. So Kent, what updates do you have for us?
Well, first off, giving has been consistent and has covered all the expenses of the church. During my years at Hope, God has always enabled Hope to be a generous, faithful church, and it's proving to be the case in these times also. We really thank you for being faithful in your giving as you're able. If you are in need, though, or if you're aware of someone else who needs tangible financial assistance, please reach out to the office or to one of the pastors or to one of the elders, and we will try to apply benevolence funds to those needs. All the rhythms of the church have changed during this time. You might recall that we had an all-church checkup scheduled for this past weekend. That was part of our intentional interim process to inform our surge. That's on hold also. Likewise, we expect that we will wait to start our search process, forming the search committee and starting that formal search process until we're able to gather again. But we're not wasting time right now. The elders and the pastoral staff are working on all those leadership development things on our punch list that Nancy Moore gave us. We're also preparing for church-wide conversations that need to inform the search process. We don't know when we're going to be able to meet together again. It's not clear exactly, but we are forming a task force that will be looking at all the details that are involved in doing that. It will be a slow and deliberate process. It'll follow all the guidelines, the best guidelines from the health professionals and from the governmental agencies.
And as many of us are experiencing varying levels of anxiety, loneliness, exhaustion, even loss, it's comforting to know that our church is caring for one another. Thank you for playing a part in that.
It's so good to remember that though food is amazing, but when you haven't eaten for a week, food is amazing. And so it will be when we come to gather again as we've been deprived. And thank you guys for reminding us that we are still gathering in some senses and we're still being the church because God is still being God. So thank you guys for your update and for all you do for Hope Church. We're praying for you and look forward to what the Lord brings. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andy.